In this video, we're going to be testing out SPIGEN's Glastr Easy Fit tempered glass screen protector for the brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. We're going to do the full installation, we're going to see how it fits, how it feels, and we're also going to be doing a drop and a scratch test to see how durable the screen protector really is. And by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not the screen protector is right for you. So let's get started. So we get two tempered glass screen protectors, a squeegee, and an installation packet. So the first thing we need to do is to clean off our screen with the alcohol wipe. Then we'll dry off the screen. Then you can use the dust sticker to remove any dust you might see. Then take your screen protector, making sure that the top is pointing towards the camera on your phone. Then we're going to turn this over and peel off the little sticker that says back. Then just place this whole thing over the top of your phone, just like this. And then slide your finger down the middle of the screen and wait 30 seconds. As you can see, it'll start to adhere to your phone. Then once the 30 seconds are up, just hold down on the guide and we're going to peel up the sticker in the middle here, just like that. And then just lift up on your guide. Then peel up the top protector. And you're all set. So it does look like we have some bubbles on the screen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to squeegee those out with the squeegee first. And it doesn't look like they're coming out very easily. This little one keeps coming back. So what I'm going to have to do is very carefully lift up on the glass to remove the bubbles. If you're going to do this yourself, be very careful because you can easily crack the screen. All right, so I was able to get those bubbles out pretty easily by lifting the screen. Looks like a good installation. We also do have a slight gap around the front of the screen for case compatibility. Looks like we have one little bubble in the corner here. Okay. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. The edges are slightly rounded. Maybe not as rounded as some of the other tempered glass screen protectors, but they are slightly rounded. As far as fingerprints, does seem to do a pretty good job at rejecting fingerprints. So now this is a full coverage screen protector, so we're going to test out our Face ID and our camera. Face ID working perfectly fine. As you can see, the screen is crystal clear and touch is working without any issues. So touching these edges, they do seem a little bit sharp. Even though they're ever so slightly rounded, your finger does kind of catch on the edges of the glass, which I don't particularly like, especially the bottom. When I push up on the screen here, I can feel my finger catching on the glass. So now let's see what the screen looks like as if you're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And as you can see, there's a very slight rainbow effect. It's like a pastel color. Definitely not nearly as bad as some of the other screen protectors I've seen. And if you're looking at it, dead on like you would normally, you really won't even see that rainbow effect. So now I also want to see if there's any edge bleed. So we'll zoom in here. And if we take a look at the edge, I don't really see any. So that's definitely a plus. This is probably the first tempered glass screen protector I've seen so far that does not have any light bleed, at least not from what I can see. I think that looks pretty good. There may be a slight bit on the other side though. Yeah, just a very, very slight bit on the other side of the phone, but definitely not bad. So now let's put the phone inside of our case here. Seems to fit the case perfectly. It does seem to pretty much touch the edges of the case, but there's a slight gap on the top and the bottom of the phone. So it may or may not be case friendly with most cases. But I don't see any bubbles, any lifting. It does seem to be fitting perfectly fine with the SPIGEN case. So other than my finger kind of catching on the bottom of the screen protector, if you're not using a case, if you're using a case, then you are not going to feel it because your finger can't fit in such that a small gap. But if you're not using a case, the one downside is that it's kind of sharp on the edge of the screen protector. But other than that, it seems to be pretty good. So let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So we're going to be dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 2 feet. Moving on to 3 feet. 3 feet. So this screen protector lasted up until a 3-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular tempered glass starts to scratch around the Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off with a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and a little deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance seems to be pretty standard for tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was pretty easy, even though there were some bubbles. It also may or may not be case friendly with most cases. It lasted up until a 3-foot drop, and scratch resistance seems to be pretty standard for tempered glass. So the screen protector wasn't really bad. The only downside that I saw to this tempered glass was that the bottom of the tempered glass screen protector seemed to be pretty sharp, which is kind of odd because the sides seem to be rounded. The top is a little rounded, but the bottom, they maybe forgot to round the edge, but it's pretty sharp. But other than that, the screen protector doesn't seem to be that bad. And if you guys want to pick it up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.